Hi, this is Jeff from JPR LeatherWorks. I've been doing leather working for a long time, and to be honest with you, I never gotten that excited about one brand of tool or another. As long as the tool wasn't pure junk, I could make it work. It's always been more about keeping tools sharp and in good condition rather than some fancy brand name. Well, after years of use, I finally sharpened my old edge beveler down where there was no groove left in it and no prongs. So I decided to buy a new one. A year or so ago, I'd bought some strap-in punches, and at the time I just wanted something cheap, so I found it on a set on Amazon and bought it. I'd been pleasantly surprised at the way they arrived. They were very nicely packaged and sharp enough that I just started using them. Normally I sharpen tools when I first get them. The punches were from a company called Owden, so I looked to see if Owden made bevelers as well. They did, so I bought one. I was so pleased that I replaced my old set, and now I have one of each size beveler. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now the number 5 has just arrived. Just showed up in the mail, so I thought it'd be good to show you how well it works fresh out of the box. First of all, it's a nice box, protects it from shipping. And it comes wrapped in a plastic bag here. Has a tip protector on it. That's lovely. That is just a nice looking tool. Has a nice dark wood handle. I think it's ebony. A little brass ferrule, and then the cutting edge, the working part itself. Now, I haven't sharpened this at all or really done anything to it at all, as you can see. And I picked out some veg tan leather and I stained it all black so it would be easier to see what happens when we use this thing. Now, let's see. This leather, well, this leather is a little over 3 mil thick. I was thinking it was thicker than that, but I was wrong. So Owden normally recommends, if I remember right, that on a 2.5 to 4 ounce or a millimeter thick piece of leather, you'd use their number 4. This is a number 5. This is the one I just got. But what the heck, we'll give it a shot. I've got a number 4. I got 2 pieces of leather here, so let's try this with the number 5, and then we'll do the number 4 like they suggest, and we'll see how it has. Now, the tool, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has a nice little bend to it. So when you pick it up, without even looking, you can feel where you're supposed to hold it. And it has a good feel in your hand. I've got kind of bigger hands than a lot of people, but it fits just nicely in there. So let's see how it cuts. And I know it's going to cut really well, because I've done this before with different tools. It's different from Owden. But look at that. Just a nice clean cut. Always do the bottom, the flesh side first. And it's just cutting smoothly. Now, I haven't sharpened this at all, like I said. This just came straight out of the box. And we'll do the top. Now, look at that. That looks great. So that's really working well. If you look at that leather, you can see, because it's been black and now you can see where it's cut, that's going to be very easy to dress off. A little sandpaper, a little well, we'll just call it moisture rather than spit. And finish that off with some toconol and or some beeswax. That's going to come out real nice. Tell you what, let me grab my number 4. Now, I have been using the number 4 a bit, but I haven't sharpened it yet. And number 4 is what they recommend for this size of leather. So let's just see how that goes. Same basic piece of leather, this time using a number 4 instead. Yeah, look at that. And this one has not been sharpened or honed or anything. I haven't touched this, and I've used it, I don't know, for 15, 20 strokes, passes, whatever you want to call it. And that's cutting very smoothly. Now, to be honest with you, if I was doing this in the real world, I would stop right now and hone it. But it's cutting really, really well. It's just taking that off in nice, smooth strips. Look at that. Just lovely. Really nice stuff. So anyway, that's the Owden tools, the 2 bevelers. It comes in 5 sizes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've got all 5 of them now, and I love them. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to have to get some other things. Now, they do make, Owden makes a sharpening guide for this. You've probably seen the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's just looks like a plastic or some kind of hard formed board that has grooves on it, edges on it, and you would just take it and put a piece of sandpaper and run your thing this way. So what I use on some of my larger ones is something like this, and I'll just take a piece of sandpaper on there and run it. Now, that's not the right size for this beveler, but they make a really nice sharpening guide for these and for their French shovelers, or French edge bevelers, their shovelers. I'm trying to get a hold of one of those, but so far they seem to have been out of stock, and every time I go to look for one, they're not there. So I'll keep looking for those, and when I find some, I'll let you know how they work. They've got some other good-looking tools that I think I'm going to have to tell my wife I need. There's a really nice-looking pattern knife that I think I'll tell my wife that I need to get. And I think at the same time, I'm going to pick up one of those French bevelers, or shovel bevelers, they're sometimes called. Well, once I get those in, I'll film a quick shot of my impressions and let you know how those work. Anyway, I hope that helps. And for now, I'll just sign off, and I'll see you next time when I get these put together. Thanks for watching.